Hello? Hello? Did that not mute it? That was mute button. Did that not mute it? That was mute button. Huh. Interesting. Now I should be ready. Oh shit, I gotta turn the volume down. There we go. All right. Time to get rocking and rolling. Need light. In our last episode, some of this stuff. Oh man, heavy. Oh, jeez. Okay. So before I get anything else going today, I'm going to finish up these two little pumpkins, two mini pumpkins. I'm going to make another big pumpkin, finish out that big pumpkin, and then we get to play with a new toy. Actually, we get to play with it for the big pumpkin. So I'll tie that on. There. Tie this one on here. And then super glue that down. Add a little bit to the knot so it doesn't come untied. I'm all out of my activator spray. I need to order some more. That would make this a much quicker process. But it's cool. You still here, Dad? Or did you disappear? It only shows one on here, so maybe not. All right. So I like to unravel the rope. And then unravel each strand just a wee bit. I think it just looks cooler with the the individual little pieces instead of a thick rope. I'll do that quickly. And you can even go with these little individual ones and spread those out a bit. Get a little bit even more chaotic there. But I'm not going to go that far right now. Just going to untie these, unrope them, if you will. De-rope them, perhaps. I want to get these delivered tomorrow. Oh, you're still there. All right, cool. This part is tedious. This is something I should pay the kids to do, honestly. As I sell more of these, I'll enlist their services. Got dinner already cooking. Really should have mowed today, but I'll do it tomorrow morning. I'll wake up the neighbors with the lawnmower. Don't care. Is that easier? Just twist it the other way a little bit. Yeah, that's easier. Cool. twist it the other way, and just all comes apart. Cool. That's much simpler. That's faster. I like that. Let's do that again. Pull one strand out. Pull the other two apart. So the new used toy, I had to go meet somebody down at the high school to get they were holding on to the raffle stuff for this year. They needed a place to put it, not their house. So I met them, and then I had heard the husband's wife yesterday said big community yard sale down their neighborhood, which is down the street from the high school. I said, I'm going to check that out. I drove around, and one of the last houses on the route I took had a tool that I've been looking for a while. It's going to help me out a lot. I'll go get that in a minute. Let's get this done first. I hit these with a shellac as well. Hopefully I have enough. Pick some more up tomorrow. I'm going to run to Harbor Freight and get a bunch of crap tomorrow, so I can fix the invisible fence and not pay the company $140 to do it. To splice a wire back together. I got cut. That way the dogs won't escape. Yeah, thank you very much, Pool Company, for breaking my invisible fence and my driveway and leaving a bunch of crap behind. Can't wait till they ask for a review. It will not be a positive one, that's for sure. All right. Shoot. So those are done. The mini pumpkins, all complete. Oh no, that's spar urethane. That's not what I want. Or is it? Do I maybe want spar urethane for this? Maybe. But I would prefer to use shellac, I think. If I have any. Am I out of shellac? Shoot, I might be out of shellac. Oh, that sucks. That's all right. I can pick some up later and shellac these up later. That stuff dries really quickly. Okay. RJ called me earlier. His phone sucks, by the way. And RJ, if you're watching this at some point in the future, your phone sucks. It's probably an internet phone, and he said he has bad internet. So maybe that's the reason, but holy crap. Like, all I could hear was the echo of my voice in his phone call. Says I have 4 people on here. I only know of 2. Me and one other. If there's other people here, say hello, so I know who's here. Right, get rid of this. And then let's look at the new tool. I want to play with it because I need that for the candy dispenser project. Oh man. Ta-da! I finally have a drill press again. Got it at a yard sale today for 25 bucks. Not too shabby. Hey June, how's it going? Yeah, I've been wanting a drill press for a while. I used to have one, but the motor died on it. This one, I think the guy was, I think he does more metal work than anything else. So, anyway, he kept it pretty clean. Now, it is just essential machinery. I don't know how strong it's going to be as far as the motor. I've had bad luck with some of their stuff, but we shall see here. How in the ham sandwich does he have that? Oh, cool. He made like a, I like that. Can I get that out of the, he made a lanyard for the chuck key. That's smart. Ah, retractable lanyard chuck key. I like that. That is smart. Got a little light on it. Get rid of this, these zip ties. Oh, Mike was live today? Shoot, I missed that. Did he say he was going live yesterday? Today? I can't remember. What'd you guys make? Knife. There we go. Try not to cut the cable. You know what? No, I don't have dikes. I probably do. I just don't know where the heck I put them. That's all right. I can do this. I believe in myself. To not cut myself or the power cord. Cool. Run that down. Ultimately, I'm going to put this on the workbench over there, I think. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it here. Let's get some power to this bad boy and see if it works. Because I did not test it at this guy's house. I was just super excited to be able to find one for 25 bucks. Well, the motor turns. The light works. Pretty smooth operation. Now it's only got 2 inches of depth. But that's fine. I don't know that I'll really necessarily need more than that. And right now it's set for high RPM. 2180 right now. That should be fine. I'll mess around with that later as I need to. Ha! He's got a radioactive material sticker on it. That's funny. Man, I wish I would have known that. I would have asked the guy if he worked in a shipyard. That's funny. I have a radioactive drill press. What? Yeah, so June, what'd you guys make today? I'm going to step to the computer for a moment. Oh, I got to figure out how to raise that. Oh, that operates nice and smoothly. I like that. Cool, cool. I'm super excited to have a drill press again. Eventually, I want a nice big floor standing one. I didn't make anything put together. Oh, the mini table saw. You know, I saw the picture for that. I thought that was a video that you guys had already done. I didn't realize it was for a live. A mini table saw. Cool. Was it successful? I'll have to watch it later. Oh, Dad, did you see the burned version of your different, easy to use? I see that I torched the sign. Gave it a bit of color. Anyway. Oh, man. All right, so there's that. There's that. So now my candy dispenser. Need to drill a hole for the dowel. What am I going to use for a dowel? Those ones are a bit big. I don't know if I have any smaller dowels at the moment. I can use a big dowel. I prefer not to. Don't think I have any small dowels. Not at the moment, anyway. So I'm going to have to use this guy right here, which is fine. It's still going to work. I need a 5/8 inch. Yeah, it's 5/8 inch. I don't want to go all the way to the bottom. So just enough and about halfway into this to set that dowel in, and it doesn't need to be a very long piece of dowel because that's going to be what turns this guy right here. It's all going to be held into place with a piece of plexiglass that fits over the top. Yep, cool. So let me find a 5/8 inch bit. Where do I want to use a Forstner bit? Yeah, that'll work. Oh, this guy right here actually is the right one. Cool. So open up that chuck. Tighten that up. Seems to be spinning pretty straight, so that's good. Now I got to figure out depth. So if I lower that down full, I want it to go that far. It's not structural. see what happens here. About as centered as I can get it. I should probably clamp that down, huh? The smart way to do it. So my hands are not in the way. So let's go ahead and clamp that. Ooh, this would be a great use case for my quick clamps, which I have no idea what they are. Not my quick clamps, my squeeze clamps. Oh, there they are right there. Are these big enough to fit? They are. One. There's another. Okay, let's make sure that's still centered. It appears to be. Awesome. Sweet. Much better than I can do with a battery-powered drill. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. 25 bucks. Now Jade's pissed off. Not because I spent 25 bucks, but because she's like, I bought you one of those. It was like $300 years ago. I said, yeah, it died 2 years ago. I'm trying to find a replacement ever since. All right, time to cut a handle for this. Oh, how big do I want that to be? Because it only has to go through, like, I don't need much. Maybe 1.5 inches. Or whatever that happened to be. All right, time to go to the sander. I'm gonna do some crap again. Wink. That. Move that. I don't want those to get caught up in there. That would be bad. Okay. All right, let's go hit this. Oh, I need hearing protection. This thing's loud. All right, let's see here. Oh, cool. So, wood glue, which I need to get some more of that because I am basically out. Oh, that's gonna leak. You know what? This is a good use case for super glue because I don't need. It's not like this is going to be under a bunch of stress. So I think super glue will be just fine for this. Apply glue to all of that. Put that dowel in there. And let that set up real quick. With that hole being in the middle of it, the wood glue would have seeped out and it would have taken forever to dry. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. I refined these curves a bit on the belt sander. Turned out it was the same diameter. So that was cool. Just let that set and dry. And now I need to take a bunch of measurements and cut the top. Cut the plexiglass piece. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to have to sand this and trim it up. So it's best probably done at the miter saw, honestly. So I'll let that finish drying. I'll take this to the miter saw. Let's see here. Hopefully that's roughly square. Should be able to cut those flush. Yeah, there we go. Cut that flush. Actually, I'm going to take off just a hair more. Get rid of that factory edge on the board. Make sure I'm not going to hit any nails. That would be a bad day. All right. So that'll sand everything down. And actually, I want to hit this edge too. Just a little bit. Probably should have done it on the same edge I used before. Make sure it was parallel to the top. Because what's going to happen is something's going to be out of square. And then when I go to cut the piece for the laser, I'm going to have to trim acrylic, which I really hate doing. Don't want to have to deal with that. Cool. Time to sand. Sand away, sand away, sand away. And I got 120 on there. That'll work. Should be good enough. Power. All right, there we go. Go ahead and push this out of the way for the moment. All right, did that finally set? Ah, that finally set. Cool. Once that gets centered with the acrylic piece, it won't move side to side. Oh, so excited. It's going to be fun. Make this happen. What do I get on my table saw now? Okay. Now, didn't really need to sand this top surface because it's going to be covered in plexiglass. But I did it anyway because why not? Now take some measurements and build the file for the laser. Oh, shoot, I have a big ass hole in my pants. Right to the undies. Hey, what's up, Tim? The new toy is I finally have a drill press. $25 at a yard sale today. Made me very, very happy to find that. That's my new toy, and I already got to use it for this candy dispenser project I've been working on over the last couple lives. About to build the file for the top of this to cut it out of acrylic. So nice and straight. Yeah, it is nice and straight, and it's got decent power too. Like Central Machinery, Harbor Freight stuff. Sometimes it's like I had a belt disc sander that I bought from there years ago. That man, I need a home for this stuff. I'll put it over here for now. Anyway, I could stop it with my hand. It was so weak, and I think I sold it at a yard sale for $5. I said someone else can fix this and put a new motor on it. Whatever. That was crap. But this one seems to be pretty decent motor, and everything works, including the guy that owned it put a retractable chain on there to hold the chuck key so I don't lose that. Not bad for $25. I'm pretty happy. I'm just going to set up Lightburn real quick. And I'll move the camera over. Oh, I have Lightburn over. Oh, I did radiation coasters. New file. Discard that. So I'm going to need a rectangle. Ooh, the fun part is going to be figuring out where that hole is. I'll just drill it. So that's going to be interesting, is drilling a hole in acrylic and not cracking it. That's going to be lots of fun. Hey, what's up, Dan? Welcome by. All right, now that I got that set up, let's take some measurements. Actually, I want 8 millimeters, so I need my last night. Oh shit! I set the microphones down. They were going in for a moment. My bad. Okay, put that back on. Yeah. So this combo square. I want everything in millimeters because it's more accurate and better. So it looks like almost dead nuts on 300 millimeters. 300 and a half in length. Man, might this turn out to be square? Holy crap, that's a first. 300 and a half, 300 and a half in length. 232. 230. Holy shikes. Did I actually build something square? No, that never happens. Huh. Hot damn. I think I might have finally dialed in my miter saw. Nice. So that was 300 by 232. 300 by 232. All right. How well y'all be able to see that. But got me a big old rectangle here. And we're going to go and make it, put that millimeters. We're not locked. 300 by 232. That's the piece I need to cut. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to cut it square. I might fill up those corners later with the sander. For now, though, I'm just going to leave it as is. Now, big question. Do I have any acrylic? I know I do. Did I put it where I need it to be? Let's see. I got to move all this crap off the laser. I got to email that guy. Let him know that's coming on Monday after I laser that stuff. Okay. So, do I have acrylic? I think I do. I think I have some clear acrylic down here. Yep, I do. Right there. Now, that was honestly earmarked for another project, but I'm going to go ahead and use it for this. Use the thin stuff. Doesn't need to be very thick. Okay, cool. I'm going to take my other project off the laser. Bear with me a minute. So I make, are they going to pop out? Yep, they are. Cool. Cool. One of them, maybe not. Yeah, it's coming out. Good. I'm good there. Sweet. That's trash. Burn all that later. So I make coasters for my students. I paint these up, glue them together. When they graduate my class and go on to the next school. So that's what those are there. By law, I'm actually not supposed to make anything with a radiation symbol on it. But I'm not selling it, so I don't care. Shh, don't tell the government. I have an extra piece. That's all right. Extra base piece. Cool. All right, I'll paint those later. Those can go there. And then grab my acrylic. Now this is super thin acrylic. I don't remember what settings I used last time for acrylic, but should be able to use, actually I want to lift that, so just use some of these guys right here actually that have fallen down. And they're just, I made these little garden tags. Thought they'd sell well, they didn't. I got like 2 orders for them, but they work pretty good as ways to lift this off the laser bed. I kind of need one in the middle. This acrylic does not want to stay. So you want top and bottom. If you're cutting acrylic on a laser, at least with these little CO2 lasers, these desktop ones, it helps to lift off the laser bed. Otherwise, you get reflections, you get all kinds of weird stuff that happens. All right. So position this on the workpiece in the corner. Can I rotate that 90 degrees and make it better? I think I can. Will it fit? Oh, it just doesn't fit. Okay. So I will not rotate that. Just put that in the upper corner. And for acrylic, boy. So file save as. Just gonna save this as candy dispenser top, and then I need to open up one of my. It's not gonna be coaster. What did I do that was in acrylic? Heart file. There we go. Acrylic is 5 and 50. Okay, 5 and 50. So I'm going to make this 5 and 50. One pass. All right, let's see. I've got it lifted 3 millimeters. I think 14.5 millimeters. Nope. I normally have 18.9, so 15.9. Let's see if that's the right height. I wish RJ was watching right now so I could show him what I was talking to him on the phone about earlier. Perfect. 15.9 millimeters. I like it when math works. Let's go ahead and raise that. And then close that. And I guess you guys can watch the laser do its thing. Let's see here. I wish this articulated a bit more, but that's cool. That should be good. All right, let's watch the laser cut some stuff. Put the air exhaust on. Lower the laser head down. Okay, it's down. I have air assist on, which I think I want. Yeah, I think that's right. All right, let's go ahead and cut some acrylic. Ready, set, go. Just waiting on the laser to do its thing. All right, laser's done. Let's see if it cut all the way through. It looks like it did. I'm super excited. Laser worked. Yay, laser worked. Sweet, with very little scrap left over. I can use that for something else later. Hey, it also cut through the stuff I was using on the bottom. We will let the fan run for a bit. I don't need the laser right now. I almost turned that key the wrong way. That would have been bad. I know a lot of people that have broken off their keys in their lasers. So, let's come back to here. There we go. Cool. Now, I did not account for the curve for the laser, but I think that's going to help things. Oh my God. Holy crap. Did it actually? It's off like a red cunt hair. But that's fine. You'll never notice. Sweet. Now, the fun part is going to be figuring out where to drill that hole. That's going to be interesting. Is where to drill the hole for. And you know what? I should have cut holes in this for screws so I didn't have to worry about a drill. So how am I going to figure that out? It's actually probably dumb of me to glue that in. Bunch of measurements. Yeah, I think a bunch of measurements. I'm going to make the hole in that slightly bigger to give just a little bit of wiggle room. I don't get it perfect. But let's see here. The center of that circle from the edge. Let's see here. I have a scrap piece. Let's put it. There we go. Is that going to do what I want? No, it's not quite high enough. Another scrap piece. I've got scrap everywhere. Why am I asking? There we go. That's going to be too tall, I think. I think I can eyeball that better. All right, let's see what happens here. I set that up there. From the right side, I've got 100. 117 from the right side. I'll lock that in there. Okay. Let's make that mark. And I'm going to use my little scrapey tool thing that comes with it. Score a line there. And then from the bottom, you know what though? Yeah, that should be all right. That is centered there. Right there. That's center. All right. Score line there. Raise that up. Transfer that score line down. Should be, in theory, the center of that. Looking down in it, it looks like it might work. So, now, smart people on YouTube, do I use the Forstner bit for this, or is that going to crack my acrylic? The only holes I've ever drilled in acrylic were small holes. That Forstner bit's probably the wrong bit to use, huh? Let me go grab my other bits. I think I have a 5/8 inch. What? What is going on here? Why am I disconnected from chat? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is going on here? What's going on? It says there's still people there. Hopefully you can still hear me and see me. Let me try reloading my computer here. People still there? Can you still see me and hear me? Looks like it on my end. Hopefully I didn't lose everybody. All 3 of you. I can hear. You can hear me. Okay. You should have video in a second. In theory. Right, let me go grab my bits out of the car where, you know, one keeps their bits. Still see and hear you. Okay, cool. Thank you, Dan. So the question is, do I use the drill press and poke a hole through that? Do I use a 5/8 inch bit for that dowel? Or do I work up? I don't have a 5/8. Shoot. I have a half. Would a Forstner bit work if I take it real slow, or is it going to crack it? Am I going to crack this? I guess I can test it on my my scrap. See if that works. It's probably the smart thing to do. So let's do the smart thing. Let's move that out of the way. Cool. Let's see what happens when I try to run a Forstner bit into that out of the way for the moment. I should probably put a piece of wood underneath it. Get a bigger piece that I can actually hold on to. Okay, I have enough depth there. Let's see what happens when I try to drill this hole. Oh, if I had power. That's a critical step. Applying power. All right, let's see what happens. I'm going to take it really slow. Well, we learned something today. That worked, and I'm pretty sure it didn't crack it. It just melted it as it went through, which is fine. Like, I need an O flute bit, honestly, but I don't have that. So, let's try it on the real piece. That point right in the center there. All right. Okay. That worked. So that's cool. We learned something today. Yes, I can use a Forstner bit on acrylic. Now let's see how off my measurements were. Or am I going to go, yay? Oh, that fits in quite nicely there, actually. Slide that in the hole. Do I have a yay moment? Yay! I mean, I'm only off by 0.5 millimeter. On the bottom there. On the top there. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I'm pretty happy with that. I could probably make that more precise in the future, but I'm pretty happy with that. So now I need to mark where I'm going to put my my screw holes. Turn smoothly. I like that. Okay. Yay! Success. All right, let's mark where I want my screw holes. So I want these to be at regular intervals. I'm thinking about 1 inch. Let's take that off for a moment. And do it. I do 1 inch by 1 inch. Inch. Yeah, I'm going to miss the nail holes I put in there. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to employ the same method I did before. Oh, you know what? Do I have room for that? Even more yay. Yay. Because I gave it some wiggle room. Awesome. So let's go. Mark our inch there. And on that side. And top and bottom. Anything fun happening in college football today? I don't normally watch college football. I'm more of an NFL guy myself. But now that my daughter's in college, I've been following her team, but they're not playing this week. So I really don't care about any of the other teams. But a lot of times there's fun stories that happen on the weekends. I know some people are really excited about college football. Cool. I got those points marked that I want to drill. And this time I'm not going to use a Forstner bit. I'm going to use come on. Yep. Put that back with its case, which where did I put that? No idea. It's around here somewhere. Maybe somewhere. I don't know. We'll find its home. All right. So what screws am I going to use for this? Don't want to use a shoot. I don't really consider this part of it. What screws I'm going to use? What do I have? Bad for your blood pressure? Yeah. Being a Patriots fan over the last several years has been bad for my blood pressure. I save every little bag of screws I ever get with anything because I know I'm going to need it at some point. Today is one of those days. Oh, shoot. I just dropped them everywhere. So, use some of these guys. Oh, they got square heads too. That's interesting. All right, let's find the right bit for that. To drill into our acrylic. I want it to be slightly larger, but not bigger than the head. Okay. Looks like it's this one. What's this? This is, holy crap, I can't read that. 3/16? Is that what it actually goes in that hole? No, should be 16/24. 3/16 is actually way down there. Huh. I put that in the wrong place. So bigger. It's not bigger than the head itself. It should work. Like it'll grip it just a little bit. I went the wrong way with it. I always go the wrong way with the chucks. Every single time. Okay. Tighten her up. Now this is what really excites me about now having a drill press is the ability to drill a hole and not have it walk on me. Ooh. I've been waiting to be able to do that for a long time. All right, let's see how this goes. Set up my center point. This little Harbor Freight drill bit set has done me quite well. All right. I'm finally ready to rip this paper off and see how this goes. So let's do that. This is oh so satisfying, actually. I can actually get it started. So far, no cracks. One little crack right there. How the heck did that happen? It's okay. It's a prototype. I had that one little crack form, like way off of where the thing actually is. That's so weird. All right. Should not affect it. Another crack? It's a random crack in there. That's so weird. So, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to put this whiteboard behind it. But ended up with a little tiny crack right there. And then, can you see it? No, not really. But right there, there's another scratch or crack. That's so weird. I don't know why that happened. But, again, this is my prototype. I'm going to clear some of that crap out of there. The fuzzy bits. I have to get my son to drive to Dollar General and go get me some candy. Put inside this thing. Prove that our little dispenser works. Okay, so it is a, oh, you know what? There we go. That's a lot better. So that does need to shift up just a little bit. That'll work. All right, so I need square bits and I need a drill. There's a drill. Don't want to use the same size bit there. Use a much smaller bit. Go down here. All right, when I do this for my video, that one of these days I'll produce, I'm going to put some double-sided tape on there to make sure it doesn't walk on me as I'm drilling it. The drill bit has a lot to do with that. You know what? Normally I'd say yes, but that crack being like so far away from the hole though, it's just weird. It's just in a weird spot. Like I've seen it happen before where I get hairline cracks off from what I'm drilling. Maybe I drilled it too quick. I don't know. Again, an O-flute bit would be the right way to do that, but I don't have any of those. I don't do acrylic work on my CNC, so I've never had a reason to buy an O-flute. That's all right. We'll make it work. Do I have my bits? They're in the car, aren't they? Because that's where bits go. It's in the car. There's drill press bits. Yep, I'm gonna go grab those from the car. Where art thou? In the box of bits. Okay, well, this will work too. Crate jig. That has the bit I need in it. In theory. Yep, same size. Cool. And normally I'd use an impact for this, but that's not even close. Yeah. I'm going to use the drill. I want to keep it. I want to be able to do it slow so I don't crack this. I'll put it in. All right, let's see how this goes. I should turn down the torque on this. Yeah, let's do that. I don't need a whole lot of torque on that. Perfect. Cool. We have ourselves a working dispenser for candy or gummies, perhaps. I mean, a lot of gummies. Oh, man. I want to fill that up and see how it works. I think the only other thing I'm going to do to this is make a plug to go on the top, so you can put your candies in there and then have something on top of it. So if it's on the wall, you have dust and crap like that going in there. Success! Yay! It only took a week and a half to make this happen. I will consider that, Dan. I think I even have, since my Forstner bits worked, I think I have a small enough Forstner bit I could have used as that hole for the screw. Thank you. Now, the cool thing is, since I didn't use any glue for the acrylic, I can take it apart, I can stain it, even stain it multicolors maybe. Or Yakasugi it. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Yakasugi it. And then create the cap for it. Sweet. Hey, project down. Well, yeah, hard shot. The gummy part was, I was thinking THC or CBD gummies. Have a little dispenser for them. It was more of a joke. But yeah, I agree. Don't want to put a gummy in there. Now, some things I would fix. One solid piece, maybe with a jigsaw. Me, I do it on my CNC. Or even the laser. I bet I could cut that on the laser, being that solid pine. Um, just to get it a little bit more precise and not have that seam in there. Two, when I attach it, shoot the brads from the back instead of from the front, so I don't have those brad holes there. But it is a success. It's what I saw in a video, and I was able to replicate it, and it's not too terribly difficult, actually. Pretty simple. I just need something to put in there. I don't have anything. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ooh, while I have a couple people on here, I'm at 86 subscribers. So here's my shameless plug. At 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a live where I give away what I make on the live. And I actually might give away this dispenser too, depending on how the rest of it comes out here. But I want to get to 100 subscribers. So if on your own channels, on your own videos, your lives, if you do lives, rather, not videos, but on your lives, if you wouldn't mind plugging my channel, trying to get to that 100 subscribers. At 86, I need 14 more. And then the next goal will be 500. But I'm so close, so close. So if you wouldn't mind, that'd be awesome. And I will spread some love your way as well. So yeah, there's my little shameless plug for today. Let me find something to put inside. I want to prove that this thing works. Cheerios. I don't have any. I do have candy. I have dog food. Or not candy. I have cereal. I have dog food. Ooh, I could scale this up and make it a dog food dispenser, actually. Or dog treat dispenser. There we go. That's an option. Do I have any hard dog treats? I don't think I do. If you love moving parts on woodworking projects, oh, thank you, Dan. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so if you like moving parts on woodworking projects, then probably in the spring. Yeah, in the spring. I'm going to be building the prop for next year's marching band season. Oh my God, if I can actually pull off what I have in mind. If you've ever seen the Broadway show, production of Les Mis, or off Broadway even, a touring show, I'm trying to do something like the set piece they have there. It's going to be a huge undertaking. I just got to work out. I've got it like figured out sort of in my head how it's all going to work. Just don't know how it's going to work in reality. But that's going to be a massive woodworking project that involves moving parts. And if it works out the way I think it's going to be pretty damn cool. So, something to look forward to in the spring. I might even need the help of some YouTube professionals there to help me figure this thing out. It's it's going to be massive. But I got to make it so, one, we can transport it, and two, it's not overly complicated that me and a couple other people can still build it. That's going to be cool. I'm super excited about it. So let's, you know what? Ah, I've got beer bottle caps. That'll work. Prove that this thing works. Then I gotta put keyhole slots in the back. So, that camera a little bit. All right. We'll see. Bring a lot of bubble. I'll be a close shield. Pretty good light. All right, let's see if it works. Okay. It'll work. I want to prove this thing works. I'll get the dog. I'll get the dog. Yeah, the caps were a tad bit too big. Bubblegum balls would be slick. Ooh, yeah. Peanuts. Yeah, if I had peanuts. Let's try some dog food. The mice are going to love this. Got some ASMR going. Okay, that should work. All right. Does it work? Oh, you see that? It does work. Can I grab it? Oh my God, it worked. Success. Yay. Success. Sweet. I'm super excited. Now, a little tighter tolerance between the there we go. Chunk of dog food. That's expensive dog food. I can't let that go to waste. Yeah, so maybe a little bit tighter tolerance here, just so stuff doesn't get jammed up. Or if I slide that up further, maybe that'll be the key. But not bad. Not bad. For a prototype, it worked. Automatic dog feeder. One step on a bar and a day supply comes out. Actually, you know what? My oldest daughter, at one point, she came up with basically a Rube Goldberg machine to do that. But yeah, that's something I've actually thought about doing at some point. So the last part of this project would be to put a handle on this, a crank handle. But I think I actually just like it simple like that. I don't think I want to add anything to it. I think that's going to work. And before I give this away, I'm going to clean it so it doesn't have dog food in it. Sweet. Actually made something, finished a project, got it to work. Man, I'm excited. And what else am I doing today? Oh, I'm just going to stain some stuff. That's it. So I got to show off the new toy. Got to build a project, or finish building a project, rather. And, hey, we made something happen. Awesome. So I think that's going to be it for today. And so I got to go finish making dinner. I got to do some other stuff. Oh, hold on. That's bad. Hey, let's put that back that way. Cool. Yeah, I got to finish making dinner. I got to do a couple other things here and there. I got to do some things around the house. I'll put keyhole slots in the back of this. Dad, I'm going to finish up yours, put keyhole slots in the back of it. And I got to finish working with ChatGPT to make some more designs. By the way, if you guys are not using ChatGPT to come up with designs for things, I don't know what you're doing. It's awesome. Now, it may take me hours with the right prompts to get exactly what I want sometimes, but like it'll do full, like if you have a laser or a CNC, it can export files to Canva, and you can get SVGs and all kinds of things. So things you can use on your laser or your CNC and have it do the work for you, way easier. And then you can sell those digital files later, which is what I'm planning on doing. So yeah, use ChatGPT to your advantage. I pay for it, but I pay the lower tier, like $12 a month or something like that. Just the fact that it figured out my circle problem for me paid for itself, because I've been trying to figure that out for over a decade. And I'm going to post a video soon on the solution that I came up with. But anyway, use ChatGPT. It's awesome. But don't use it as Google. Use it to help you create things, create designs and whatnot, templates, all kinds of things. I use it for math problems a lot. Actually, the props for this year's band show, I used it for that. But anyway, so that's going to be it for today. That's, I don't know, hour and a half or so that we've been here. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Dad, for hanging out, sticking with me this afternoon. Go watch some football or do some yard work or whatever, or go make something. Anyway, peace out. See you guys on the next one.